36, huh? Text number 36. है चलेगा कोई भी एक एनी वर्स से स्पीक सेम थिंग जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा Reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, text Adi-Lila, chapter 2. Lord Chaitanya, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Text number 37. Prithvi Yaiche Gatha Kulera Karana Ashraya Jivera Nidana Tumi Sarva Ashraya Prithviyache Gatakulera Karana Ashraya Jivera Nidana Tumi Sarvashraya Prithviyache Gatakulera Karana Ashraya Jivera Nidana Tumi Sarvashraya Prithviyache Gatakulera Karana Ashraya Jivera Nidana Tumi Sarvashraya बोलिए Mataji's Prithvi, the earth, Yaiche, just as, Gatha, of earthen parts, Kulera, of the multitude, Karana, the cause, Ashraya, the shelter, Jivera, of all the living beings, Nidana, root cause, Tumi, you, Sarvashraya, shelter of all. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. As the earth is the original cause and shelter of all parts made of earth, so you are the ultimate cause and shelter of all living beings. Purport. As the vast earth is the source for the ingredients of all earthen parts, So the Supreme Soul is the source for the complete substance of all living entities. The cause of all causes, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the cause of the living entities. This is confirmed in the Bhagavad-gita, where Lord says, Bijamam Sarvabhutanam, I am the seed of all living entities. And in the Upanishads, which say, Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam, the Lord is the supreme leader among all the eternal living beings. The Lord is the reservoir of all cosmic manifestation, animate and inanimate. The advocates of Vishishtadvaita philosophy explain the Vedanta Sutra by saying that although the living entity has two kinds of bodies, subtle, consisting of mind, intelligence, false ego, and grass, consisting of the five basic elements, and although he thus lives in three bodily dimensions, grass, subtle, and spiritual, he is nevertheless a spiritual soul. Similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who emanates the material and spiritual worlds, is the Supreme Spirit. As an individual spirit soul is almost identical to his grass and subtle bodies, so the Supreme Lord is almost identical to the material and spiritual worlds. The material world, full of conditioned souls trying to lord it over matter, is a manifestation of the external energy of the Supreme Lord. And the spiritual world, full of perfect servitors of the Lord, is a manifestation of his internal energy. Since all living entities are minute sparks of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is the Supreme Soul in both the material and spiritual worlds. The Vaishnavas following Lord Chaitanya stress the doctrine of Achintya Bheda Abheda Tattva, which states that Supreme Lord, being the cause and effect of everything, is inconceivably simultaneously one with his manifestations of energy and different from them. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajamaline Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangrahe Yonta Pravishya Mama Vachamimam Prashuktam Sanjeevati Klishakti Swadhamna Anyamsta Hasta Charana Shravnaktvagadibhi Pranam Namo Bhagavate Purushaya Tubhyam. So, in this chapter, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is establishing that Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This one word, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If we accept, we will go back to Godhead. So simple actually. Going back to Godhead is very simple. You know, Prabhupada said, it is very easy to go back to Vaikuntha, then it is very difficult to go to hell. Right? Last week, I went to Virar. After so many years, I traveled by a local train. So while coming back after class, 9 o'clock, so many people are getting down at Virar station, and going, rushing. And then some youngsters and all, they're eating vada pav and, while walking. So, Prabhupada said, these people, they go every day, 706 Virar Churchgate local. Right? Then 8-9 ka Virar local. And then they have all this like that. All this they have to do, because they don't have to accept Krishna as the supreme. They don't accept Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead. Just one sentence. Krishna is the supreme. One sentence is enough. We talk about telling truth, right? All the time. What is actually truth? What is telling? Who is a truthful person? Anybody knows? Huh? Huh? Mic laga? Huh? Who is a truthful person? Hare.
Yes. Krishna is the truthful person.
Usually we say, no, sach bolna chahiye, sach bolna chahiye. Right? Who knows? Huh? Anybody who says, Prabhupada writes in one lecture on Bhagavad-gita, anybody who says that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I am his eternal servant, yeah, then I must worship him by chanting Hare Krishna. What are they? If somebody says these three sentences, what are they? One is, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Number two, I am his eternal servant. Then, number three, I should worship him by chanting. If you keep on saying these three sentences, then you are you are the most truthful person. Very simple. Sometimes, some speakers keep saying, very difficult, right? Krishna consciousness is very simple, right? Itna simple hai, we will miss it, right? And then material life is so complicated, right? So, in order to lead a material life, you have to go from Churchgate to Virar to Churchgate every day. Then you have to hear the abuses of the bosses. Then, घर में आके, right? So there's no peace. So Lord Shiva says in 4th canto Bhagavatam, 24th chapter, the bees, they collect honey and they make such a big beehives. When they go to enjoy the honey which is made by themselves, they have to tolerate the bites of other bees. This is, Prabhupada says, this is material world. You want to enjoy in this material world? One country wants to conquer another country. One family members, Prabhupada says, trying to become happy in family life is just like climbing a mountain, which is adorned with the thorns and the pebbles. Right? Is it easy to climb the mountain? Right? Some people, they have some hobby of climbing, Otherwise, मैंने कभी climb नहीं किया था, करूँगा भी नहीं, right? हमको ये करना ही नहीं, right? Recently, one of our ex-devotees, ISKCON Juhu, he was doing Dandavat Parikrama, Govardhan. I put a comment on Facebook, saying that better you read Bhagavatam one more time than doing this Dandavat Parikrama. So on the social media, everybody attacked me, he also attacked me. Actually, Prabhupada, somebody mentioned it to Prabhupada that Prabhupada, they are doing Dandavat Parikrama. Prabhupada said, that's okay. But better you take a book bag and distribute books. It is a greater austerity than, Dandavat Parikrama. Like that. Anyway, so material life is very difficult. We have to work very hard to go to hell. Right? Spiritual life, very simple. What do you have to do? Simply accept Krishna as the... I will tell you one very interesting thing. I'm amazed to read from 10th canto, first chapter, Prabhupada wrote, when Krishna entered the womb of... when Kamsa understood that Krishna entered the womb of Devaki, I think it's second chapter, then he understood that Vishnu, cannot be killed. What? Vishnu cannot be. He will do whatever he wants. Now my death has arrived. My death has arrived. Prabhupada wrote, this guy is better than all these materialistic scientists because he understood that Krishna's Janma is Divyam. Because of this one partial understanding, you only partially understood. This one aspect of partial understanding that Krishna cannot be killed, Vishnu cannot be killed by anybody, and then he will do whatever he wants. Because of accepting this one part, Prabhupada said, Krishna gave him liberation. Then what to speak of all of us? Right? What to speak of all of us? Where we always accept that Krishna's Janma is Divyam and Krishna's activities are... Just one verse is enough. Fourth chapter, 9th verse. How many of you know? Everybody knows? One verse is enough. Janma karma chame divyam evam yo vetti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mamam. You just accept this verse, you will go back to God. You don't take birthday. Right? So, in this verse, it is mentioned Krishna is the source of all living entities. Krishna is source of everything. Prabhupada explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi-Lila, Ramananda Samvad. Right? He quoted extensively from Gopal Tapani Upanishad. Hear this very carefully. He says that 4 Kumaras, one day, they approached his father Brahma. Right? Then they asked 4 questions. Right? Remember, number 1, who is the greatest of all? Right? Number 2, death personified, he is afraid of whom? Right? Number 3, after knowing whom, nothing shall remain to be known. Number 3. And number 4, how this material world is running. Right? What are the 4 questions? Bolo? Remember? One is, who is the greatest of all? Number 2, death personified is afraid of whom? Number 3, knowing about whom, nothing shall remain to be known. Right? Then number 4, how this material world is running. So Brahmaji, he said, Krishna is the greatest of all. Right? Krishna is the Sri Govinda, death personified, he is afraid of Sri Govinda. Number 3, Gopijana Vallabha, right? Radha Gopijan, Gopijana Vallabha. If you know about him, nothing shall remain to be known. Right? Number 4, Durga Devi is the material energy of Krishna. She is running this material world. Right? Answer. Then 4 Kumaras asked, who is Krishna? Who is Sri Govinda? Who is Sri Gopinath, Gopijana Vallabha? Right? Then who is this Durga Devi? Right? Very clear? Is everybody understanding? Then Brahmaji replied that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is Sachidananda Vigraha. He is the greatest of all. And he is so kind that he will deliver all the demons also who are envious of him. That is Krishna, right? It is mentioned that how many of you remember, so many times I told, what are the 5 super excellent qualities of Krishna? Purushottamari Prabhu, you know? Huh? What are the 5? Hi Giri Prabhu, will know? Anybody knows? Who will tell? What are the 5 super excellent qualities of Krishna? No, not that. They are opulence. Do you know? Anantarup Prabhu? No. वो तो that is 8 divine qualities. Anyway, I will tell. No. I will tell. Many times I told this. Number 1. Before Krishna appeared in Yaduvamsha, Ganga Nadi is very famous for delivering people. But after Krishna appeared in Yaduvamsha, Yaduvamsha became so glorious. Simply by remembering Yaduvamsha, everybody would get delivered. That is number 1, super excellent quality of Krishna. Number 2, Krishna is so kind that in all other avatars, when the demons are killed by the avatars of the Lord, they are not delivered. But Krishna is extraordinarily merciful that all the demons who are killed by Krishna, they get delivered. Number 2. Right? Number 3. Kasyanubhava asyana deva vidmahe tavangri renu sparsha adhikaraha yad vanchati lalana acharat tapo vihaya kaman suchiram druta vrataha. Lakshmi Devi, even though she is a very chaste woman, always wants, Lord Narayana gave her place on his chest. Still, she wants to leave Narayana and get the dust of lotus feet of Krishna. But even after doing tapasya with great determination, she didn't get it. Yeah, number 3. Even Lakshmi Devi wants to worship Krishna, but she won't get it. Yeah, she will like that. And number 4, his holy names. It is called Shrutamata. Shrutamata means before Krishna's name appeared in this world, Lord Krishna appeared with his Namarupa Gunlila. Of course, Nam is always there, but nobody was given instruction to chant. They are only chanting Om Namo Narayana, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Shri Ramaya Namaha, all that. But very few people would chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Right? So, in Hari Bhakti Vilas, Shri Sanatana Goswami says that when people used to chant, there is a glorification of, chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. It's called Dwadasi Akshara Mantra. Then Ashtakshari Mantra, Om Namo Narayanaya. And then other mantras, Ramaya Namaha. All that. The Rama Mantra is called Tarak Mantra. Like that. So, gradations are there. But when Krishna's name appeared in this Kali Yuga, especially, all the other names felt unemployed, it seems, because You know, if you chant Rama three times, it's equivalent to chanting 1000 names of Vishnu, right? But if you chant Krishna once, it is equivalent to 3 names of Rama. So if you chant Krishna once, how many times you are chanting Vishnu's names? Huh? 3000 times. Once. No? Every day we are chanting how many times? Huh? Hare Krishna Mahamantra. How many Krishnas are there? Huh? 8, I think, right? So, it is so powerful. So, Hare Krishna Mahamantra defeated all other process of self-realization. Krishna's name is so glorious. And then number 5, it is mentioned that Yajnavalkya, other so many other sages, Parasara Samhita, Smriti, all this, there are 20 Dharma Sutras are there. 20 Dharma Sutras are there. When Krishna appeared and spoke Bhagavad-gita, when Krishna appeared and spoke Bhagavad-gita, he gave one principle. What is that principle? Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam shanam vraja. Right? So Prabhupada writes that he bypassed all other Dharma Sutras, 20 Dharma Sutras, and he gave only one Dharma Sutra, highest Dharma. What is that is? Sarva dharman parityaja. Prabhupada writes in 18th chapter, last verse, that the highest moral principle in this world is remembrance of Krishna all the time. The essence of all religious principle is surrender to Krishna. But now everybody remember how many? 5 super excellent qualities of Krishna. This is mentioned in the Krishna book, last chapter. Right? Please read. Very beautiful. Prabhupada explains. I just gave a gist. You can Prabhupada explain more. So read. Then in personified Vedas, Prabhupada mentions about 6 opulences, 8 yogic perfections, and then 8 divine qualities. So like that. So that is Krishna. Krishna is the one. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sachidananda Vigraha. And then he gives liberation to even to his demons killed by him. Right? Then who is Govinda? Govinda is the one who is the Lord of the senses, one who gives pleasure to the senses. Then he is the Lord of the cows. Then Gavayati means he is the source of Vedic Vakya. Right? He is the source of Vedic Vakya. That is why, if you go back and read first chapter, Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi-Lila, Prabhupada mentions, right? Govinda is the Siksha Guru of all living entities. Why? Because he spoke Bhagavad-gita. Uddhava says that, my dear Lord, people with the all these munis and sages and all, with the age of Brahma also, they cannot glorify you enough. They cannot glorify you enough because you have done such favor to all the living entities by speaking Bhagavad-gita. Then, as Antaryami, guiding everybody. Right? So, Prabhupada writes in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi-Lila, Govinda, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is our Siksha Guru. Lord Jagannath, he is our Diksha Guru. If you understand this, you will become perfect. Right? Abhi controversy ho jayega. But Prabhupada wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi-Lila, Lord dances in front of the Rath. You go and read the chapter. I mentioned it in my Jagannath Katha also. Right? Please read. Who is Govinda? Govinda is what is that? Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. right? You can put up this verse, Chintamani Jayati Somagiri. It comes from first chapter. Chintamani, this is written by Krishna Karnamrita, Bilumangal Thakur. It was quoted in first chapter. Chintamani Jayati Somagiri Gurum me Siksha Gurumscha Bhagavan Shikipincha Mauli Yat Pada Kalpataru Pallava Sekhareshu Leela Swayamvaram Rasam Jayashri. This is the Mangalacharan, very beautiful. Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, Krishna Karnamrita, that Bilvamangal Thakur, every verse has two meanings. One is meant for sadhakas, another is meant for rasikas, prema. So every verse gives one meaning on the level of Krishna prema, another level, second level for sadhakas, how to practice. Right? So the simple meaning is Chintamani. He is glorifying his Vartama Pradashak Guru, Chintamani. And then Jayati, right? His Mangala, Mangala Charana. And then Somagiri. Somagiri, he is his initiating spiritual master. And then, who is his instructing spiritual master? Bhagavan. Siksha Gurumscha Bhagavan. Who is that Bhagavan? Shikipinchamoli. Right? He is wearing peacock feather. Sri Govinda. Right? Peacock feather. Like that. Yatpada Pallava. Yatpada. No. Kalpa. Nahi mila? Kalpataru, Pallava Sekareshu, Leela Swayamvaram, Rasam, Jayashri. Right? Who is this Sri Govinda? Jayashri. Jayashri ka matlab, Shri ka matlab beauty. Jaya. So, रहने दो. मिला? Jayashri ka matlab, Shri ka matlab, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, writing commentary on this Krishna Karnamrita, he says that Shri, the personified beauty, she was actually thinking that I am the most beautiful. Is there any person who is eligible to marry me? Right? She took a garland of lotus flowers. She went all over the world searching for a suitable person who is beautiful enough to marry her, because she is personified beauty. And then she felt disappointed. She didn't find anybody who is more beautiful than her. Everybody, she was very disappointed. Then finally, she was going around. Then she came to Vrindavan Dham. There, that time, Krishna is performing pastimes. Then she was thinking, I went all over the world, everywhere, but nobody is equal to beautiful to me. What I will find in these woods, who will be there in these woods and all. And then suddenly, there is a beautiful flute sound vibration coming from the bank of Yamuna. And then she took the garland and then she ran very fast towards that sound vibration, beautiful sound vibration. And then there she found on the bank of Yamuna, underneath a Kadamba tree, there is a beautiful personality, Sri Govinda, wearing peacock feathers and then playing flute. And then she said, what false ego I have got. It's most beautiful personality, Krishna, Govinda. Then she felt my beauty is not equal to the beauty of his Nakachandra. Means the nails that are, Shri, Yat Pada Kalpataru Pallava Sekareshu. My beauty is not even equivalent to the beauty of the nails of Sri Govinda. Right? That is where she put the garland. So then her life has become successful. after finding the most beautiful personality, that's why she is known as Jayashri. Jayashri. Another meaning of Jayashri is also Srimad Radharani. She feels very shy to, look at Lord Krishna directly. So she casts sideline glances, and then she only always looks at his lotus feet. And then she finds them so attractive that she feels successful that she can take the shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. That is why she is known as Jayashri. This Chintamani, there is another meaning is there is Chintamani means that Siksha Guru, that prostitute. Then Somagiri means, but Gopal Bhatta Goswami gives this very beautiful meaning. Chintamani ka matlab, Chinta matlab meditation. Mani means very precious jewel. Chintamani ka matlab, Krishna is that Mani, the best of Mani, on whom we should always meditate. He is the only personality worthy of meditation. Krishna. That is why he is known as Chintamani. Right? Bhaktapaya Bhujanga Garudamani, Trailokya Rakshamani, Shri Gopi Lochana Chatakambudamani, Saundarya Mudramani, Yat Kantamani, Rukmini, Gana Kuchadvai Dondvaika, Bhushamani, Shreyo Daivashikamani, Dishatuno, Gopala Chudamani. This is by Maharaj Kulashekara. All money. Is a Saundarya Mudramani. Sarva Rakshaka Mani. Then Garuda Mani. He is the money. Garuda Mani, Bhujanga Garuda Mani. Why? Bhaktapaya Bhujanga Garuda Mani. This Garuda is enemy of snakes. Right? So, which snake is biting us? Kala Sarpa, very good. Kala Sarpa is always biting us. So, what is the answer to that Kala Sarpa? Just like Garuda kills these sarpas, this Krishna is that money. If you wear that money around our neck, Krishna money, Krishna money, then he will kill the Kala Sarpa. That is Bhaktapaya Bhujanga Garuda Mani. Then he is Sarvaloka, he is the Rakshaka Mani. Sare Lokam, he is the savior of all the lokas. That is why all the demigods, they rush to Krishna. Right? Gopi Lochana Chataka Ambudamani. The gopis' eyes are like Chataka Pakshis. Chataka Pakshi doesn't drink water, even if they're dying, they won't drink water from the rivers and all. They directly drink water from the clouds. Like that, these gopis, they only drink the beauty of Krishna. They don't want to look at anybody else. Then, Saundarya Mudramani. He is the personification of all beauty. Saundarya Mudramani. Or Kantamani, Rukmini, Gana Kuchadvaya, Dvandvaika Bhushamani. Right? Once Lord Venkateshwara, he is looking at Padmavati. So Lord Venkateshwara, he is wearing Kaustubhamani. And then Lakshmi Devi also, Padmavati Devi also wearing a very beautiful necklace, with money and all. When Lord Venkateshwara was looking at, Padmavati, his beautiful form is reflected in that money, adorning her chest. It looked like that she is carrying Venkateshwara in her heart. Then Lord Venkateshwara said, not only you, I am also carrying, because her reflection fell in the Kaustubhamani. So it looked like Venkateshwara is also carrying Padmavati on his chest. Very nicely described. by Krishna Dev Raya. So, Rukmini, and then Shreyo Daivashikamani. He is the Mani, superior of all demigods. Shreyo Daivasikamani. And then Dishatuno. Please show this beautiful form. Kulashekara is saying, Dishatuno. Gopala Chudamani. Right? We have that poems, right? Gopala Chudamani. Like that. Vijayate Gopala Chudamani. Like that. So, Krishna is the Mani. Chintamani. Then what is the meaning of Somagiri? Somagiri means, Soma means nectar. Giri means Parvat. He is a hill of nectar. He is a hill of nectar. Somagiri. Another meaning of Somagiri, Soma means Sa Uma, the Lord Shiva. Giri means Parvat. When Lord Shiva meditates on Krishna, he becomes like Parvat, unmovable, because he is so much absorbed in ecstasy. When he is meditating on the lotus feet of Krishna, right? So all these great personalities, they only worship Krishna, that is why there is one very beautiful pastime from Harivamsh Purana. There is one guy, he is very staunch devotee of Lord Shiva. Very staunch. He is so staunch that he simply hated Krishna and his holy names. So whenever he would see Narada Muni and other great sages, Narada Muni says, Om Narayana, Narayana, Narada Muni Bajai Vina, Radhika Ramana. So, because he is so hateful that, holy Krishna's holy names will fall into his ears, he hung Ganti on his ears. Whenever Narada Muni or somebody would come, he was afraid, they would chant the names of Krishna. That's why Mundi hilayega, Ganti bajayega. That's why he became known as Ganta Karna. So he was chanting Om Namah Shivaya for a long time. Then one day he approached Lord Shiva. He said, my dear Lord, I want mukti. I want mukti. Then Lord Shiva smiled and said, Ganti nikalna padega. Right? Ganti nikalo. क्यों? बोले कृष्ण का नाम सुनना पड़ेगा आपको. Then he said, only Janardana, he is the giver of mukti. All the departments he distributed, right? But that department of giving mukti, he kept it himself, right? That is why he is known as Mukunda, right? Yesterday I was telling somebody in the class, anybody remembers? Mukunda. Mukunda means, Mu means mukti. Ku means, Prabhupada writes in 10th canto, 1st chapter. Mukunda means, Ku means all things that are obnoxious, bad. So Mukunda means one who gives liberation from all bad things. What is the, once one lift man, Prabhupada was going some building. One lift man asked Prabhupada, Swamiji, aap haath dekhte ho? Prabhupada said, yeah, haath dekhte. Can you see my hand? He said, yeah, show me. Prabhupada said, very bad. Very bad. He said, why? What happened? You are going to die. You are going to become old. You are going to become deceased. Janma Mrityu Jaravadi. Very bad. Right? Like that. So, Lord Shiva told, that you go to Badrinath and worship Krishna, chant Krishna's names. In Dwapar Yuga, Krishna will come to Badrinath. Then he described the beauty of Krishna, to Gantakarna. So he was meditating on the beautiful form of Krishna. And then he was chanting the holy names of Krishna. Then Lord Shiva told, because you are a rascal, he will not give you so much liberation so easily. Catch his lotus feet and then tell him that there is no mukti for you, for your lotus feet from my hands, till the time you give vimukti to me. said, okay. Like that. One day, what happened? After Krishna married Jambavati and everybody, Krishna got many children and all. But Jambavati did not get the children. Did not get the children. Then somebody suggested, go to Kailash and worship Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva will give children. Krishna said, see, everybody worships me. Santan Gopal, in South India, we worship, they worship Santan Gopal or Vatapata Sai, to get children. Like that. So he said, no, bharosa nahi aapka. What is the use? So let us go to Lord Shiva, Lord Shiva. Right? So Lord Shiva, he said, okay, chalo jai. So Krishna took Jambavati to, so via Kailashgiri, we went to Badrinath. Then he had a contact, he had a meeting with Gantakarna. He delivered Gantakarna, and then from there they went to Kailash. So then Jambavati told Krishna that in Dwarka, your Dwarkadish, everybody comes and worships you. But when you go to Kailashgiri, don't behave like God. Right? Become, you have to offer prayers to him. Then only he will award. Krishna said, okay. You have to do all the, whatever wife says, you have to listen, right? That is one day one person is waiting. That is before 2090s, where phone booths are there, local calls. He was holding the receiver phone, then he was standing. Other fellow was waiting 30-40 minutes. He was saying, for last 30 minutes I have seen you have not spoken one word. Give it to me now, I will speak. He said, no, I am speaking to my wife. Right? You have to, speaking to your wife means listening to your wife. So Krishna also, chalo, like that. So he went to Kailashgiri. Then he started offering prayers. Namo Goraya Gora, kata, like that, where you look very horrible. Krishna is offering prayer to Lord Shiva. You look very horrible. When you become angry, you crush your teeth, and then it comes. Like that he was offering prayer. And then Lord Shiva started laughing. Krishna said, why you didn't like my prayer? You didn't like my prayer? My dear Krishna, you are only accustomed to hearing stutis. Because you are known as, Krishna is known as Stuti Priya. So, आपको कैसा स्तुति करना कैसा आएगा? So, then he said, I will teach you how to offer prayer. Then he offered prayers. Lord Shiva offered prayers to Krishna. I will quote one verse. Kayiti Brahmano Nama Ishoham Sarvadehinam Avam Tavange Sambhutau Tasmat Keshava Namavan. It's a very beautiful. Lord Shiva gave definition of Keshava. Keshava means everybody knows. One who has beautiful hair, or one who decorates Radharani's hair very beautifully. That is one meaning of Keshava. Another meaning of Keshava is one who killed Keshi demon. That is the name. Another meaning Lord Shiva is saying. Right? Lord Shiva is saying, Ka means Brahma, Isha means myself. Keshava means from whom Lord Shiva and myself and Brahma, we come from you. You are source of our birth. That's why you are known as Keshava. Right? So that is why Somagiri means very interesting. So when Lord Shiva meditates on the lotus feet of Krishna, he becomes like a mountain, very unsteady, unmovable. That is why if you read Bhagavatam, again and again, again and again, again and again comes. One should think of lotus feet of Krishna. One should think of lotus feet of Krishna. One should think of lotus feet of Krishna. Right? We should actually. How many of us we actually think of lotus feet of Krishna? Right? Very hardly. Right? That's why Maharaj Kulashekara is saying, Chintayami harireva santatam mandahasa muditananambujam nandagopatanayam paratparam Naradadi Munibrinda Vanditam. Right? Chintayami Harireva Santatam. Mandahas Muditananambujam. I am always, we should always think of Krishna. Sarasi Janayane Shashanka Chakre Murabidiva Viramasva Chittarantum. Sukatarama Param Najatu Jane Haricharana Amrutena Tulyam. Haricharana Amrutena Tulyam. He's saying, oh, I will always meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna. I cannot describe the happiness I get by thinking of lotus feet of Krishna. Right? So Prabhupada writes in third canto Bhagavatam, two things, third canto, fifth chapter, demigods' prayers are there. Right? So he says, Yat shunvataya cha shraddhaya cha bhaktya samrujyamane hridaye abhivade Jnanena vairagya bhalena dhira vajema yat charana saroja peetham. So Prabhupada writes in the, he said, the miracles of hearing about the lotus feet of Krishna are the miracles of meditating on the lotus feet of Krishna. We cannot even describe, Prabhupada writes. Right? We cannot even describe. So that is why Prabhupada advises, when we think of the deity form of the Lord, we should start thinking from the lotus feet of Krishna and the smiling lotus feet. We should go up. Sometimes we should sit down in our free time or while traveling and all. We should recollect the form of the Lord. Right? And then think of the form of the Lord. And we should actually think of lotus feet of Krishna actually. That is why Prabhupada wrote. Right? Another verse, Marganti yatte mukapadma nidas, chando suparna, rashayo vivikta, yat aga marshoda sharad varaya, padam padam tirthapada prapanna. Right? The demigod says, my dear Lord, the sages and the rishis, the munis and all, they take shelter of the nest of your lotus face, like birds take nest, like that they take the nest of your lotus face. And then some people, they take shelter of your lotus feet. How? By taking bath in Ganga, which is flowing from the lotus feet of Krishna, by the touch of lotus feet of Krishna. Then Prabhupada, how to take the face of lotus face of Krishna? Prabhupada writes, in this world, the greatest thing in this world, Prabhupada writes, is Bhagavad-gita. Right? Greatest thing in this world is Bhagavad-gita. Then Sri Govinda spoke that Bhagavad-gita. Right? He is our Siksha Guru. Prabhupada writes. Chaitanya Charitamrita. In that verse only, Prabhupada wrote. Sri Govinda is our Siksha Guru of all living entities. So, we should understand this verse. Then another meaning is Somagiri is Yat Pada Kalpataru Pallava Shekareshu. Then we are all having problems, our enemies. There are 6 enemies: Kam, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madamatsarya. And then 5 senses: eyes, nose, and all that. Right? And then 5 attachments, avidya, that is called obstacles. They are called obstacles. Avidya, then asmita, vanity. Avidya, ignorance, vanity. And then attachment, asakti. And irsha and dvesha, enviousness. And last one is intense attention to worldly things. It's called raga. Right? Have you read? Anybody read? Third canto Bhagavatam it comes. Right? What are they? Avidya, asmita, asakti, irsha, dvesha, and then raga. So these are the 5. So somebody who take shelter of a pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada, all these obstacles will be removed. Right? Then there are moha, mahamoha, tamishra, andatamishra, and fifth one is, anybody remembers? You can type. Can you type? Tama, moha, mahamoha, tamishra, and andatamishra. Right? What is tamas? Tamas is of 8 types. 8 types. Avyakta, unmanifest. Then Mahatattva, right? And then false ego, and Rupa, Gandha, Sparsha, and these are 5. 5 plus 3, 8. That is called Moha. Then that is Tama. Then Moha is 8 types. All these 8 yogic perfections, Anima, Lagima, Prapti, they are called Moha, illusion. And then Mahamoha, great illusion. There are 10 types. There are 5 types of demigod enjoyment, and then 5 types of Narlok enjoyment. There are 10. That is then Mahamoha. And then 4th one is Tamishra, indignation, anger. Anger is 18 types. These 8 types of supernatural powers, and such as anima, and 10 types of Mahamoha. They are 18. Then Andatamishra is also 18. So total 62. Total 62. And then it causes great obstacle for us to cross over this material world. This is given by Sri Vidya Vachaspati. But in this verse, it is commented that one who takes shelter of Sri Guru very easily can cross over all these obstacles. 62 types of moha, mahamoha, and everything. Right? That is why once Satsuru Maharaj wrote to Srila Prabhupada that I am being affected by lust. Prabhupada said, take shelter of my lotus feet. I will kick Maya with my left foot. Right? I will kick my like that. So another time, some journalist asked, why you are taking shelter of Krishna, but why still devotees fall down? Then Prabhupada said, is Maya more powerful? No, Prabhupada said, your determination is weak. Your attitude is weak. That is why people fall down. So by this wonderful description of all these verses, anyway, so my Govinda ke udhari ruk gaya tha. Then Gopijan Vallabha. So Gopijan Vallabha is the one who induces the gopis by playing flute and make them enjoy rasa dance. Right? And then Swaha made energy, that is Krishna's energy. Those who are Brahmin initiated, we chant Klim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopijan Vallabhaya Swaha. So Brahmaji says, this Gopal mantra is the most powerful mantra. By chanting this mantra very carefully, one can get love of Krishna. Right? Prabhupada explains this in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi-Lila, Ramananda Samvad, in Ramananda Samvad, this aspect is so very nice. So this is the sum and substance of who is Krishna, who is Sri Govinda, who is Sri Gopijan Vallabha, then who is Swaha. Everybody remembers? Huh? Everybody remembers? This is Krishna. And then this is how we have to understand Krishna. So those who are chanting Gayatri Mantra, calm Gayatri. Prabhupada explains in Adi-Lila, Chaitanya Charitamrita, that when we chant Madan Mohan, you know, and then Govinda, no, Radha Govinda, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Govinda, and Radha Gopinath. We should meditate on this. You know, so Madana, Sambandha Tattva, Abhideya Tattva, and Prayojan Tattva. Okay? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Any questions, comments? I will ask questions, okay? Who will tell what are the 5 super excellent qualities of Krishna? Wait. Who can tell? You can tell? What is your name? Try.
Simply remembering Yadu density.
Huh?
Yaduvanshi density.
Ah.
First one.
Speak into the mic.
And the second one is Krishna can deliver demons.
Yeah, Krishna delivers the demons.
Yeah.
Speak into the mic. Don't feel shy.
Okay.
Don't be nervous.
And third one.
Help him. Gauranga, you can tell?
Third one is Lakshmi do not
Yeah, Lakshmi, even though
do not
she's
get
just
the
takes the
association.
wants to take the yeah. Number 4.
Four, right.
Gauranga, you can tell? Huh? Who can tell? Are you what is your name? Huh? Neeraj, can tell? Sir, Kaliyuga memory, huh? Who can tell all the 5? Yeah. Narasimha, right? Yeah. Narasimha Puja Das.
Hare Krishna. Krishna is famous. That's why when he came in Edu dynasty, so Edu dynasty become famous. And the second one is he's so kind that even demons are delivered. And third one is that even Lakshmi wants to worship Lord Krishna. And fifth one is his holy name.
Fourth one
is his holy name. When Krishna holy name is appeared, all holy names are unemployed. And fifth one is 20 Dharma Shastras rejected and gave one Dharma Shastra, that is Sarva Dharman Pratyaj.
Very good. Who can tell what are the 4 questions asked by Kumaras? अभी आधा घंटा पहले बोला सब भूल गया इस्कॉन का मतलब इस कान से लेके उस कान से छोड़ दे You can tell?
Who is Supreme Personality of Godhead?
No.
Who is greatest of all?
Who is the greatest
of all? And second, they fear personification. Fear personification to whom he fear.
Yeah.
And third one.
Radha Govind Maharaj says, Krishna has given me 2 benedictions to me. 2 वर दिए थे. एक है लंबी याददाश्त, दूसरा भूल गया.
Third one is by knowing whom anything is unknown. Nothing is unknown.
Yeah.
And fourth is by which how this material universe is running.
Yeah. Who will give answers? What are the answers? Mangal, you can give? Give the mic.
Hare Krishna. First one is who is greatest of all? Krishna is greatest of all. Second one is death personified. No, fear personified, whom we fear.
Death person.
So Sri Govinda.
Yeah.
And third one is third one question.
Knowing about whom?
Knowing about whom nothing remain. So Sri Gopijana Vallabha.
Yeah.
And fourth one is how this material world is running. So by Durga Devi is a servant of Krishna.
Bolo, Janudvip Prabhu, who is Krishna? Who is Govinda? Who is Gopijan Vallabh? Huh? Suna tha na? Who can tell? Ragupati. Can tell? Anantrup Prabhu? Yeah.
Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sri Govinda is Shiksha Guru of all the living.
Huh? Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead
And
Satchidananda Vigraha.
Satchidananda Vigraha.
And he gives
liberation
demons.
to demons.
That is Krishna. Number 2.
And Sri Govinda is Shiksha Guru of all the living entities who taught Bhagavad-gita. And Gopijan Vallabh is one who induces gopis to participate in rasa dance.
Very good. Swaha.
And Swaha, material energy, Durga Devi.
Krishna Govindaya Gopijan Vallabha Swaha. Right? Those who are not initiated, they can chant without that klim. Krishna Govindaya Gopijan Vallabha Swaha. Can chant. So, yeah, Prabhu, kya comment?
हरे कृष्णा। कमेंट ये है कि भगवान श्री कृष्ण की 16,108 पत्नी थी और हर एक पत्नी से 10-10 बेटे हुए और एक एक बेटी हुई थी। हरे हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण। चैतन्य चरितामृत की श्री कृष्ण भगवान की, श्री गोविंद भगवान की, श्री गोपीजन वल्लभा की, गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरे कृष्ण।
हिज ग्रेस रामरूप प्रभु की।